What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today, we have finally arrived to my top 20 list from 2017. Obviously, this is all just my opinion, so if you don't see your favorite record on here, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm hating on it. This list is just based off what I've listened to the most, what impressed me the most, and all kinds of other things. So just like anytime I make a list, I feel like I could switch this shit up all the time. It really took me a while to be happy with what I got here, but I think this is going to have to be what it is because every day I find myself switching it around in different orders. So basically just consider this 20 dope-ass projects that I think you should check out. So we're going to jump right into it. Going to keep it very casual here. I just have my notes, and I'm not going to give a full description on each project because I already reviewed them all. So if you want my full take on any of these, just go and check that review. So starting it off at number 20, we have Syd's album Finn. This one was just very smooth and melodic, and I like how she had that 90s / Aaliyah throwback vibe happening here. Very, very nice album. One of the best R&B projects to come out this year, in my opinion, although there are many more of them, including SZA's album Control, which comes in at number 19. Going into this one, I already knew that she had a great voice, but it was the songwriting on here that really elevated this project. I thought she was getting very reflective and introspective, so that's something that helped keep this one together, as well as the cohesive production choices. For number 18, we got Raekwon's album The Wild. Now, the Wu-Tang Clan has been very hit and miss for me over the past couple of years, both with their solo work and their group work, and outside of some of the great shit that Ghostface has given us, I think Raekwon's The Wild is one of the best releases to come out of that camp. His flow is still as sharp as ever, and I love the production choices on there. He had a lot of lavish cinematic beats that really matched his style. So moving on, at number 17, we got Miguel's album War and Leisure. And you just gotta love how he mixed it up on this one. He had 80s style tracks, some ballads, funky jams, some bump and grind jams. He really was showing off a lot of versatility here and still coming with that great vocal range of his. So this was a late entry in the year, but I like it a lot and I've been listening to it a lot. So I think it's deserving of a spot here. For number 16, we have Stormzy's Gang Signs and Prayer. And I know a lot of people out there didn't really dig his accent. They thought it was too much. But myself, I am all over that shit, man. The UK scene has given us a lot of gems this year. You're going to see some more of them on this top 20 list. But what I liked about this one is how he had all these grime tracks and bangers, but he also had some deep cuts on here as well. He got very autobiographical, and as you listen through it, you could really connect with Stormzy and see who he is while also understanding his artistry. Little croaky up in my throat here. You know how it goes, man. It's a maritime winter. Everybody's sick pretty much all the time, so get ready for that shit in my videos. But we're going to keep it rolling with number 15 on my list, Talib Kweli's album Radio Silence. Just like Miguel's album, this is another one that I was kind of late to. This one actually dropped a couple months ago, but I was just late getting to it. And I think this was dope for Talib Kweli. I actually think this is one of his best projects in years. This one also has some lavish cinematic style production, lots of piano, smooth beats, and jazz elements, and I love the content on here. He does some storytelling about Brescia Meadows. He's inspiring us all to come together and just do better, so it's a very positive project that comes through with some content and social commentary. At number 14, we have Division's album Morning After. Daniel Daly just has a beautiful voice. I love how he was sounding on here, and just like on their last album, September 5th, 1985's production matches up with him perfectly. You get a lot of smooth, bassy jams, so this is the type of album that you'd come to if you're on the late night creep or going for a late night rendezvous, you know what I mean? You're getting some sexy, sultry tracks that really bump bass, so that was a project I liked. For the number 13 spot, we got 2 Chainz' album, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, and this one was a nice surprise to me. I've always liked 2 Chainz here and there throughout his albums. He's always had some fun jams and whatever, but I thought this project was just going to be some very basic and simple trap music, but hell no, he mixed it up. I think the production choices on here were interesting. We got some smooth guitar, electric guitar, trap bangers, just a wide variety of sounds, and he came through with his fun flows, delivery styles, and humorous bars all over this shit, man. A lot of great tracks on here, and By Lawn in particular is one of my favorites. That was a song I really listened to a lot this year, just has that summertime vibe to it, and I still want him to make a video for that on some Hype Williams shit, you know what I mean? On a beach with a bunch of brown bunnies. I think that would be dope. So number 12 is Sci-Hi's debut album, No Dope on Sundays. And I know some people were disappointed with this one, but I think this was great for a debut album. He's really been putting in work for many years. I like a lot of his mixtapes, and with this one, he gave us what we wanted as longtime fans. He had some great beats on there, a lot of classic style boom bap shit, and he was coming through with a lot of great content. New Africa in particular is one of my favorite tracks on here, so I like what he was doing. It was also cool how he was sort of paralleling his life in the streets and also with what he was going through in the church and with his family. There's a very cool dynamic with the content there, so I gotta shout Sci-Hi out for that, man. I wasn't disappointed, and I'm a longtime fan of his. So at number 11, just outside the top 10 by a sliver, like I said, I could have remixed all this list for a long ass time, but I got Odyssey's album The Iceberg at number 11. I love the production on here. You're getting a lot of sample-based stuff and live instruments as well. And this is another project that comes through with great content and social commentary. I think there's a lot of smart lyricism and smart bars on this thing, so this is just a smooth project that delivers strong lyricism and concepts. Definitely want to check that out. And now we come to the number 10, kicking it off with GoldLink's album At What Cost. I know we can all talk about the song Crew and how that was just a monster hit, but there was so much more happening on this album, man. I think it had one of the most unique sounds, not only with his rapid style flow, but also with the fact that he had these unique production choices that didn't sound like anything else. Lots of Kaytranada jams on there, a lot of other things happening. I just think it was a very cool project, and the way that he represented for the DMV throughout was very interesting as well. Gotta shout out that Kokomo freestyle too, because that one is an all-out banger, and I think he snapped. Coming in at number 9 is Daniel Caesar's album, Freudian. This one was just so smooth, classic, and classy. It really felt like a strong R&B project, you know what I mean? There wasn't auto-tuning, wasn't a lot of trash lyrics and bars, lots of very strong love content, lots of great vocals and harmonies. This is the type of guy that gives you chills when he sings, because that's how damn good he sounds. I usually am not a big fan of minimalistic tracks and ballads, but he pulls them off nicely on here, largely because of that voice, and again, the songwriting on this is so strong. So this is one of those ones you really have to appreciate for just going back to that more classic R&B. Daniel Caesar is certainly going to be an artist that we're going to have to watch. For the number 8 spot, we have Tyler the Creator's Flower Boy album, or if you want to go all the way, Scumfuck Flower Boy. I just think it's amazing how he went from making shock rap, horrorcore type of stuff, and very crunchy music like Cherry Bomb, to making this smooth, soulful project that has great songwriting, great vocals all the way throughout it. This is just a very warm and melodic project. So I was impressed with Tyler's growth as an artist. I think it's amazing to see how he's willing to take these chances and do these different chances so well. So shout out to Tyler for this album, man. I think it was one of the year's biggest surprises, and I look forward to hearing what he's going to do next. Last I heard, he was going to make a pop album, and I ain't a big pop fan, but I think Tyler's spin on that could be pretty interesting. Now at number 7, we have Dizzee Rascal's album Rasket. Dizzee is just a UK legend, and what I love about this album is not only the bangin' ass production, this one just thumps pretty much from beginning to end. I also love the content on here. Dizzee is just going into detail about the grime scene and his personal life, just everything he's seen coming up, and I think it was very interesting. It was certainly a nice comeback from his last album where he was doing more poppy shit, and he got crazy bars on this one, man. His flows and rhyme schemes are some of the best I heard all year, so this is one you don't want to sleep on, man. Just bangers and bars all day. And number 6 on my list is probably one of the biggest surprises to you guys. It's J Hus's album Common Sense. The way that he's able to blend his rapping and singing just sounds so good over this J5 production, where you're getting all kinds of different sounds, man. You got some grime bangers, and of course some dance hall and Afro beats influence. J5 absolutely killed the production here, and this is one of those albums I came back to when I just wanted something fun and catchy. This album is so much fun, man. I keep the shit in my car still. I know for summers to come I'll be bumping a lot of these tracks. It's just so damn catchy. I know I said that multiple times, but you know, if you listen to this project a couple times, you're going to be singing along with a lot of those hooks. So that was one of my favorite projects just for the sake of fun. It deserves to be on here. And at number 5, we have Big K.R.I.T's double album, Forever Is a Mighty Long Time. For Big K.R.I.T. to come out with this, god damn, man, his balls were hanging heavy because he left Def Jam, he was doing his own thing. Some people were kind of split on Cadillactica. It was almost like he was in limbo. But then he came out with this project and everybody was pretty much fucking with it, man. To drop a double disc and keep it fire damn near all the way throughout is no easy task, but he definitely did it. So I'm very happy for Big K.R.I.T. This is an artist I've liked for a long time, and I'm glad that he was able to win everyone over with this and be very successful. So thank you for this album, K.R.I.T. Super dope. Can't wait to see what you do next. At number 4, we have Rhapsody's album, Layla's Wisdom. Going into this, I think we all knew she already had bars, but she really stepped it up on this one, man. There's great content, lots of amazing rhyme schemes, flows, solid features as well. And of course, you got Ninth Wonder handling the production with that fire-ass sample-based shit that he always does. I think she has some great content on here as well, just speaking on her own insecurities, also rapping a bit about the various forms of power, and even the ups and downs of love on some smooth, jazzy instrumentals. So Rhapsody by Fire proved to me that she is easily one of the best rappers in 2017. And kicking off the top 3 is Kendrick Lamar's album Damn. I know this is another one of those projects that people were split on, but I thought this was a damn good album in spite of that, man. I mean, it would have been impossible for him to pretty much pass or match To Pimp a Butterfly, since that is one of the greatest hip-hop albums to come out within the past 10 years or so. But with this one, I think he still did a great job. He did mix in some more popular elements, some more mainstream style tracks that didn't go over that well with everybody, but god damn it, man. The concepts on this thing were crazy. There were lots of different ways you could listen. People were talking about how you could put it backwards, to the point that he even put out a backwards project. But the content on here was really dope, man. Duckworth is some of the best rapping and storytelling I've ever heard in my life, so that's a standout track. And I just think there were a lot of great moments on here with his flow styles, his delivery, bringing in some singing elements. Kendrick really is just showing off his versatility, man. He can get on like any type of beat, he can sing, he can rap, he can do so many different things. So I don't know, man. I really love this album and I listen to it a lot. I even fuck with the song God, which everyone seems to hate, but that shit was catchy to me and I love that cloudy beat. So I don't know, man. I love this album. I know some people aren't going to like seeing it in my top 3, but it is what it is. And my number 2 album is Sampha's album Process. This shit was just incredible to me. Not only does he have a unique voice and very different experimental production choices, the songwriting on this is just amazing. There are a lot of great moments here. I love his concepts and content, and the song Nobody Knows Me Like the Piano is easily one of the best written songs I've ever heard in my life. It's beautiful, it gives you chills, and I think it's amazing how he was using that song to touch on what it was like to lose his mother, while also showing love to the music that was always there for him. I think this is just an incredible project all around. I don't have a lot of complaints about that one, and I listen to it a lot. It's just so different, very smooth and chilling. You got those experimental beats I was talking about, so it's something a little bit different when, you don't want just your typical style R&B. Sampha really blew me away, so I look forward to his next album. And number 1 on my list, yes, it's Jay-Z's 444. And I know a lot of people weren't feeling this one, but as someone who came up on Jay-Z and has been listening to him ever since the beginning, I think it's amazing that after all this time, he was still able to drop such a compelling, critically acclaimed album. I love this shit, man. He did give us the blueprint many years ago, but with this album, it felt like he was giving us the blueprint all over again. And what I mean by that is that this is the blueprint to how to make a great album when you've been in the game for a long ass time and you still want to make something fire. Eminem, you could have learned from this shit. I mean, what he did here was get some great production. No ID was handling his thing here. And then he got very personal and opened up to us about a lot of things we didn't know. He was still flowing his ass off. There were lots of great visuals to go along with this. I think this was a dope-ass album, man. For Jay-Z to do this after all the time in his game, as already someone who's being considered one of the GOATs, I think this really helped stake his claim as one of the GOATs. Not that he needed it, man. He already had a great discography, a lot of great runs, classic tracks, but this shit right here really blew me away, man. I was absolutely impressed with this album because I had been hard on Jay-Z over the past couple of years, so it is what it is. I can't hate on this one. But there you have it, my top 20. I got the full reviews listed in the information box if you want more information on these albums. If you're really scratching your chin wondering how I can like them so much, the full reviews will really help explain that. And as usual, man, hit me up in the comments section with your lists. Whether it's the top 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever, let me know because I want to know. And I do have a top 10 indie/underground list coming as well. And then we're going to do a top 10 worst. I don't know if I'm going to list the worst albums in order. I might just do a list of really bad albums because there were certainly plenty of them. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Thank you guys for a great year. I've had a lot of growth on the channel. I've had a lot of opportunities, so I appreciate you all for sticking around. Welcome to the new people as well. Hope you have a great 2018. Let's keep this channel running, share it around. And of course, man, check me out on all my social media sites. You know where I'm at, so show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Happy New Year once again. And I will see you next time.